disturb anything in here.
I'm gonna walk over to
yo,
Isilnor.
anybody in here?
I'm gonna go to Isilnor and be like, "Hey, buddy, there might be something living in here."
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Okay, so Isilnor, make an investigation check. Looking at this statue. Investigation. Okay. You look at this statue and, like, compared to the giant statue above you, it is extremely lifelike. Like the big one, you can tell that it's been carved. Like there's some like weird angles on like the muscles and stuff like that. That looks like it was an artistic.
I don't think we're live right now, buddy.
I just fixed it. We're back live.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
It's like an artistic choice the way that the top statue was. This one looks extremely lifelike. Like whoever did this was like the best statue carver in all of Faerun. And you notice by its feet, you see scratchings on the floor by its feet. And it looks very familiar to the scratchings that you saw on the ceiling. You can't understand it, but you see it there.
Hey, Lacey, there's more scratchings on this statue.
I'm gonna go read it.
Okay. So you walk over and they form into common and it says, "Once a thief, forever a slave."
Uh-oh.
Oh, bitch.
And you said there was an urn under his legs?
Yes, in between the legs of the bigger one.
Is it grabbable?
It's pretty big. Oh. But when you walk up behind the statue, you see on the back of it more writing. Isilnor on the back of the 18-foot tall statue.
Don't. I wouldn't touch anything, Isilnor.
Am I touching anything?
Just be careful.
Lacey, on its back, you read, "Forgive me."
It says, "Forgive me."
None of this makes any sense.
Can I look around for more writing?
Yeah, if you want to, make an investigation check. And while you do that, Roman, you walk out to the back. And let me zoom out just a bit. Okay. You look out to the back, and over here you see the dome that you went into. It's on the outside. You still see just bird crap everywhere. Over here, you see this dome. It looks very familiar to the one on this side, except this one looks like it's been kept up. It doesn't look nice. You can still see it's weathered a little bit on the outside and stuff like that, but it's not crumbling. It's not falling. You see a door here and a door here that are fully intact. And besides like the paint peeling off a little bit, like off the dome and stuff like that, it looks pretty well kept.
Gotcha. I probably turn back to them and go, "Hey guys, that one over there is not destroyed at all."
And when you look down here, you notice it is 25 feet up. That's 10 feet up. It's 15 feet under. You see the water in this pool. It's unusually clear. A dozen or more large fish, turtles, and lizards swim lazily through it, and water birds paddle on the surface. The ripples obscure something on the bottom of the pool, so you can't quite make it out. But the bottom appears to be blanketed in oddly shaped stones. Bits of shattered stone rest atop a square dais that rises from the middle of the pool, and that's like this thing, but it's all crumbled and broken. Evidence of another sculpture that once stood atop it. Part of the sculpture lies in the pool west of the dais, and you can clearly see that part of it was a face, and it's right here.
Okay.
I used a luck point to try and get a better investigation roll, and it didn't work.
Yeah, you don't find any more writing.
Is there anything I can do with the urn?
I mean, it's just sitting there. I mean, it doesn't look like it's like glued down or anything. It just looks old, like an old.
Can I look into it?
The top looks sealed.
Can I unseal it?
It like it's clay. Like I imagine that it was like melted and like put back together. Virginia, you're smarter about that stuff, but like it doesn't look like you can unseal it without like breaking it.
So it was fired closed.
I wonder why.
Can fired clay to itself would have to be glazed.
Then it is glazed shut. Thank you,
That-
Virginia. Whatever technical
Yeah.
terms, it doesn't look like you could just twist the top and it would break the seal. You know what I mean? It looks like the top is attached to it.
Yeah, so it was glazed together. Fired.
Isilnor,
Hmm?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, do you?
Roger, Roger.
Victor. We have clearance.
I look at Crink and Larabelle and I go, I think I want to go this way, but there's lots of stuff in this water.
You notice, Roman, if like you don't want to go through the water, that over here there's another door just like the one on the other side. This one is just shut. Like the door didn't crumble.
Gotcha. Can I open it?
You sure can try.
I'm
I mean,
gonna help him
Yeah.
get this door open.
yeah, so you walk over
I'm
to
gonna
it.
pull
and,
a full link
Hmm?
and just. I'm gonna pull a full link and try to break the pot open.
Oh God, no! Don't, Isilnor, don't!
Wait, let us get the door open first. So
Okay.
I can flip if you decide
so
to.
we will open the door and then see what. Okay. You go to like mess with it and it's very heavy and you like go to like break it and it just kind of like rocks a little bit and then stays there.
All right. Is it a strength check?
Yeah, let me find it.
Hmm.
It's a very big
Isilnor.
door.
Yeah, you walk over and they're just like these giant iron doors and they just look rusted together. So yes, I need you to make a athletics or strength check.
All right. I'm going to do, I mean, they're the same, but do I get advantage because Crink is helping?
Sure, yeah, if you're both pushing on it.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Okay, yeah, you barely get up. You're like pushing and like it's moving a little bit, but you're like, I don't know if I can get it. And finally you hear just a crack and the iron or the rust breaks and you're able to push them both open.
I love the idea of like these two short little characters just getting like real deep on the ground trying to push through.
Isilnor, don't.
I think Larabelle would be like, oh, I'm so proud of you
Just
guys.
leave it alone.
Good
Ooh,
job.
what's this building? And like I look at Roman and like I start walking this way.
I say that's the building I was talking about.
Yeah, when
There's
you
birds.
Oh, there's birds.
yeah, when you walk out of the building now, you look over and let me pull this up.
In the rain.
There they went.
You notice these giant crane-looking birds standing up. They're like 8 feet tall, and one's just standing at the door. This one's over in this tree over here, and another one's standing on that wolf head over there. And they're just watching you. They're just sitting there looking at you.
Okay, I'm going to.
Or wait,
Closer to the building.
haven't we seen these before?
Hold on.
I don't think you guys have no.
No, I think we have
I'm
them.
gonna walk up to here,
Mm-hmm.
like between all three of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Be careful, Roman.
And I look to them and go, "Have you seen a black orchid anywhere?"
And they all kind of like tip their head, and they look at you. And you just cast it. You didn't cast that as a ritual or anything like that.
I guess I will cast as a ritual, so I'll wait a couple minutes if
Okay.
anyone wants to do anything.
So-
I didn't think about being able to do that.
No, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So you like kneel down. What does casting a ritual look like for Roman? Because I don't think we've ever seen him do something like this.
I think that it's something he just recently figured out he could do.
Okay.
And so I think he doesn't really have a process per se, but he probably like takes his bag and he sets it on the ground, and he probably like sits like crisscross applesauce,
Mm-hmm.
and he puts his hand over the bag
Mm-hmm.
and he closes his eyes, and then you probably hear like I imagine like it starts out like as a hum,
Mm-hmm.
but then you can like slowly hear as the ritual casting continues, his voice starts to change into more of like a high pitched squawk
Mm-hmm.
until the 10 minutes is up, and then he stands back up, and the only verbal thing that the party can hear now is him squawking like a bird to these ones.
Okay.
Cool.
So what does anybody do anything while he's sitting here for 10 minutes, or do you just stand here and stare at these birds?
I think I would probably like kneel behind him and pray.
Okay.
I'm gonna check these other gardens for black orchids and more of
We'll
those
check this one.
tundas.
Okay, so you're gonna go to yeah, so let me see here. So yeah, you go down to the garden.
I too will sit down like crisscross and prey.
Okay. Okay, so Michael, you go down to yours and you see these brightly colored flowers like you've never seen before. And in yours, you see, I think that's it. You see like this giant weird looking flower that you've never seen before, like right in the center of it right here. That big, and it almost looks like a mouth. Like it's got this big like gaping maw that's just sitting there. But you also notice words scratched on the wall right here, Silnor, in the same language that you saw inside of the dome. Lacey, you see, well, the first thing you notice is you're walking up to it, and you see the very familiar sign of, you see vines like wrapping around like some of the flowers in here, and when you walk down the steps, you see them move just a little bit, and then they get very still.
Uh-oh.
And you probably recognize that before because you guys have fought them a couple times once you get to the bottom of the stairs. But you notice writing on the wall right there that, yes, that looks the same as before. And then when it forms into common, it says, "Great Ubtao, free me."
Okay. I see the writing, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Right? You're like, writing, assassin vine, I'm out.
Yep. Okay, so Nora, do you find anything?
Some writing on the wall.
Can I
And
see
a
what
big
this writing says?
Mouthed plant.
Mouse plant.
Yeah,
Yes,
when
it has a mouth.
when you come up there, it says, "To dream, to dance."
I think someone's trapped here.
And I think as you guys are sitting here, every once in a while, another bird comes like flying out of the trees and just kind of like lands, and they're all still just kind of looking at you.
Okay. I think like Trink like realizes that like more and more of these birds that are a lot bigger than he is
Mhm.
start flying and like watching them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't cast any spells, but like I'm definitely ready to like if like they like try like to, like come at me in like a like wrong way, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
You're on edge.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You're,
ready to throw a thing of fire at him.
yeah, that's fine. Here,
Um,
I can.
Have they responded to Roman yet?
Roman hasn't talked yet.
Yeah.
I thought he was squawking.
We have seen these before.
No, we
Yeah.
have not.
No, you have not.
How is Domino responding to these giant birds?
No, oh, this map
He-
isn't.
He looks a little, or she. It?
Hey,
He he looks a little like concerned. Like these are big birds that he's never seen before. So yeah, and I think
technically the fey creature that I've made to look like a parrot.
I love it. Yeah, so eventually, Roman, you come out of your trance casting this spell. And what do you say?
I looked at them and go, have you seen a black orchid?
And what language are you speaking? Do you speak common to them so all your friends can understand you?
No. I'm able to verbally communicate.
I know. Yeah, you're talking out loud, and you have to be like you're speaking in a language. They understand the language now. So what do you speak so everybody can understand you?
What I've always seen, like just from other role players as well, is that you communicate like through like their squawking. So I would imagine it just comes out as squawking. Like it's I don't really understand it exactly, but it's like they comprehend the squawking. So like
Okay.
that's what I would hear.
So you're making squawking noises at them.
Yes, definitely making like loud squawking noises at them.
Yeah. So you start doing that, and they all kind of like tip their heads and look at each other. And I think this one over here that's in the tree, I'll put like a marking on him. He looks like maybe just a little bit bigger than everybody else, than the other 5. And he speaks up, and to your surprise and to everybody around, you can understand what he's saying. And he looks at you and he says, arrogant little boy thinks that we are beasts.
Oh.
And everybody can understand what it says.
I think I turn around and look at Crank and a Silnor to see if they also had the same deja vu that I'm having right now.
Yeah, and when you do that, all the other 5 kind of like tip up their heads and are like, how dare he?
Is this a Disney movie? I'm confused.
Yes.
Yeah, are you
There's
guys
blood and violence.
is Crink or a Silnor? Are they having any deja vu right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. You like it talks to you, and like you remember Roman croaking ferociously and insulting a frog.
I think then I turn like
This before.
you see like Roman shake and clear his throat. He turns around to a Silnor and Crink and goes, "Fuck that spell."
Every time.
And then I look at him and go, I mean, you're a big bird. I didn't know. I mean, I walked up to you. You didn't say anything.
I think since they start speaking common, Larabella kind of just like steps forward and kind of like takes Roman's arm and pushes him back and says, the question still stands though. Have you seen a black orchid?
Why, Nangalore is filled with flowers of many colors.
Yeah. But we said a black orchid.
Yes, Roman.
I feel like we
More
should
disrespect
do...
from the humanoids.
I
And like he
feel-
looks over at the other 5 and they're like, and they're all like preening and looking up in the air.
I think Larabella said, we don't mean to insult. We just want to know if you've seen anything like that.
I probably ask them like what race they are, like what type of bird they are.
Roman.
The arrogant creature doesn't even know what he has come to Nangalore to pay respects to.
I'm 12. I barely even know how
Roman.
to walk here.
You don't know what we are. Do you even know what this garden you stand in is built for?
No, I don't.
We
I mean, do I? Have I ever read
Fine.
anything about Nangalore?
No, I turn and look at the party and go, why would we not be here if I wasn't here to learn from this beautiful creature?
I think you should stop talking, Roman.
I'm perfectly fine, Lacey. Be quiet.
as long as you say things like that, not.
I just asked him what creature he is and why they're here. I think that's a very good question to ask if I don't
How do
know.
you know it's a boy?
I think
I
he's doing
do-
perfectly fine.
I do want to step up like next to Istilnor and like more of like a defensive stance, like
Yeah.
Turn around and I turn around and go,
ready and like
the dungeon master hasn't made me make a roll yet. We're doing fine.
And
the what?
they don't seem bothered by you like taking a defensive stance, but it's still no, what are you doing back here? Because like this one and this one, they definitely have like hawk eyes on you two because you're kind of staying back and not saying much.
Oh, I just have my arms crossed. I'm not doing anything
Okay.
suspicious or malicious. Just,
Okay.
Just listening.
Have I read anything about Nangalore though?
Not all you know is what you've learned since you've been in Chult, and that it was a garden built for the old queen of Chult.
I
The
think
one that we met?
The queen of Chult. You don't know, like you just know that it was built for the queen of Chult.
I am a lover of history, and I have read my fair share of books, but a deeper history of Nangalore is not one that I've come across, and I would love to learn more.
And
I go, I just said that, but you just said it all fancy and
Roman.
Roman, stop talking.
Josh.
oh jeez.
The boy has spunk.
The boy has
That's
spunk.
one thing to call it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so you say that, and I think the leader like looks over at you and goes, the small one can talk too. If you would like to know the history of Nangalore, perhaps you should spend some time with our queen.
Where is your queen?
She's in sanctum. We are simply guarding her.
Can we go into the sanctum?
May we speak to her?
Will you show her at least an ounce of respect that you have not shown her royal guardians?
Of
And
course.
they kind of like tip their head up like,
I definitely
We
snicker under my
apologize
breath.
for
Royal
our
Guardians.
cultural ignorance.
Shut up, Roman.
What can
Like,
we
come on.
do
what?
to make sure I'm saying we apologize for our cultural ignorance. What can we do to make sure that we don't overstep our bounds?
Well,
And
if-
are respectful to your queen.
Well, if you do plan a meeting with her, treat her as the queen that she is.
Are the zombies also part of the royal guard?
Roman.
And he looks at you and he goes, I don't know what creatures roam Nangalore. It is a natural place filled with natural beauty. Whatever you
And a death curse, according to all the dead people.
It's over.
Whatever you arrogant beings stumbled upon, that is your problem.
It's your island problem.
I was like,
We
yeah.
simply guard the queen.
I would really deal with that though. Those are kind of dangerous to the queen.
They could hurt the queen like a lot.
Like-
Trust me, they hurt a lot.
If they were to ever threaten the queen, which they have not, seems to be something you have done since you've shown up here,
Do you know any necromancers?
then
I'm
we would
guessing-
protect her.
Get out much.
But
I
it has
think
not
it was
happened.
actually from a certain flower in a part of the garden. It was like a yellow like orchid. So just be careful of those, I guess. But we got rid of the one that was, I guess, trying to hurt us.
Like I said, the gardens of Nangalore are filled with many flowers, magnificent, beautiful, and possibly dangerous. You should be more careful.
Right, cool. Thank you.
Warning.
Clarabella's like, stop.
May we have an audience with your queen?
Why, of course. You may gaze upon her beauty if you so wish it.
I want to go in alone.
This is so rude to us. Something that
Why you, Larabella?
However many of you enter is up to you.
I don't think Roman or Soulmonger should go in. That's my.
I think we should.
I'm definitely going in.
Also, maybe not.
Why don't just the ladies go in and talk to the queen?
I agree.
Do you really trust us to be out here by ourselves?
Yeah, I look at Crank and a Sonar and go, hard pass.
Then
You get to
I look
Don't-
at
look at that urn again.
I look at all of you and go, we're a family, whether we like it or not. We're doing this together.
I look at Isilnor and I'm like, I'll go look at the urn if they won't let me in.
My heart.
No, I look at Crank and go, no, you're coming too, buddy.
No, if they don't let me.
All right. Here's the deal.
just let me and Larabella do the talking.
Stay behind me, okay?
Why would I stay behind you? I have to protect you. You're my mom.
I protect you, Roman. That's how this works.
I look at her and I put my arm way up on her shoulder because I'm not tall enough. And I go, I'm not a kid anymore.
I look at them both and I'm like, okay, are we gonna go see this queen and stop embarrassing ourselves in front of these birds or not?
I was about to say, the whole time that you guys are like arguing, they're all just like looking at you like fools. They're
I think I talk
like
a
you
little
look
bit.
at you meet their gaze every once in a while and they're like, look at these big goofs walking around Chult.
I look at the big bird and go, should I knock or push the door open?
He looks at you and he says, if you wish to see the queen, simply push and you may enter.
Push.
I push.
Yeah, so you push open the door and you walk in.
I'm scared.
She's a circle. Amazing. Tired of being patronized by birds, and
I think as soon as we enter, do we see her? That's
Yeah,
this-
so you walk in and
we bow.
like
Everyone bow.
I'm bowing.
Okay, so as you bow, you walk in, and a single large chamber inside the dome is obviously a royal apartment, or was centuries ago. Now the bright floral murals are dim and gray. Bits of colored glass are heaped beneath a cracked mosaic, enameling wooden tables are split and tilting, and every bit of cloth is frayed and streaked. At the center of the room, a long divan stands atop a circular dais. Reclining on the divan is a woman dressed in flowing robe made from parrot feathers in stunning colors. Despite the heat, her arms, head, and face are covered in feathery veils. Next to her, a black orchid grows out of a large clay pot at the head of the divan. She addresses you in a voice tinged with odd inflections. Strangers have come to Nangalore, my love. What boon do our subjects beseech?
Is she talking to the orchid as her love?
She's just like looking off into empty air.
Okay. I think Roman doesn't say anything, but he definitely like looks in the room for a second person.
Yeah, you look like where like you can't see her eyes because her face has a veil over, but you look to like where she's looking, and there's nothing there.
I look behind a creek and I go, "Fuck."
I have a question.
Yes, Crane.
How dark is it in this room?
It's pretty dark, but the doorway's shedding some light, and there's probably like small like holes and cracks in the ceiling. Not as bad as like the other rooms that you've been in, but like they're letting light in.
So like if I tried to roll for stealth,
You'll be at disadvantage because you just walked into a room where there's one person staring at you. What are you going to hide behind?
there's all these boxes, and is that a chest in the back?
You can roll stealth, but you'll be at disadvantage.
I think I probably like see him like going into stealth, and I'm like maybe like trying to move my body a little bit. But I'm not very big, so I don't think it actually helps at all.
Well, I have advantage on stealth checks.
Okay, so it's a flat roll.
Yeah. A 19.
My God.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I just like fade. I'm like walking around.
Roman definitely thinks it's his handiwork that did that for you. I look at the sonar, I'm like, huh?
I'm not necessarily like walking around. Like, I am trying trying to get like to see if she can see me or not. But like, I do have my eyes on like that orchid next to her, and that chest in the back.
I think I would say, hello, Your Majesty. Me and my friends have come to your city in search of something that I think you can help with.
She looks around at the group, and you said that you're looking for the orchid, Larabella?
I said we're looking for something. I didn't mention the orchid.
Okay. She looks back into empty space and she says, "My love, it seems someone is trying to steal our precious flower. I can see you, little goblin." And then she looks
Pretty impressive.
she looks back at she looks at you, Larabella, and she says, "What is it that you've come to request?"
Well, I came hoping that we could request in good faith, but it seems my group is just being stupid. We came to see if there was a black orchid here. We need it for a quest that we're on.
She goes, Nangalore is filled with beautiful flowers of all different colors, isn't it, my love? Just like when you built it for me.
Who are you talking to?
This one's very special. What do you have to offer me in exchange for it?
There's 5 of us. Just kidding.
I think
In my defense, I wasn't trying to steal. I couldn't tell if you were blind or not.
Oh my God.
I
was
think
really
that
cute.
Roman probably like turns his backpack in front of him and he starts rummaging through his bag looking for something of value.
We have, 7 gems?
I go, is money something that you're fond of?
Yes.
Okay, out of character, did you just offer her gems that you stole from her city?
No, I haven't offered her anything yet.
We were just talking, Catherine.
And maybe I will. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
All I've asked so far is if money is something that she is interested in.
I like reach in my back pocket and like I'm like, I got plesiosaur teeth.
I have an adult green dragon claw.
Can she answer the question before we start throwing things at her?
Okay, jeez.
She says,
Arabella. Well,
money.
Walk over by Larabella.
My love and I have not much use for money. But what is a queen without her riches? And like looks off into up at the ceiling, off into space.
Witches.
Riches.
I like, oh, riches. I was like, all right, Lacey, you're gonna turn into a witch. Sorry.
A witch? Well. Okay.
No, I go, well, if it would be enough, I could give you the money that I have. I've been saving it for candy, but we really could use that orchid.
I also have a little bit of money.
I don't. I'm a wizard, which just definitely means I'm broke.
Thank you for the contribution, Lacey.
I have an adult green dragon claw.
Your race.
What would be of
So
interest?
you say I have an adult green dragon claw, and she says, did you slay this dragon?
No. I think Roman does the Bugs Bunny beam. Just no.
She says, my love once slayed a dragon for me. Made me a beautiful necklace of its scales, didn't you, my love?
And she
It's
looks at the
probably-
orchid.
It's probably taken
Who is your
those
love?
serpents down in Omu, and she like swings her arm and seems like super angry, and then like instantly just kind of calms down. She goes, they probably have it now.
This bitch crazy.
The serpents in Omu?
I turn and look at Larabelle and go, I think I peed a little.
I think we may have a similar goal. We have been venturing the jungles of Chult trying to figure out this curse.
The one you've been ignoring.
So is the money out of the question?
And we heard that Omu was overtaken by snake people, and this orchid will help us to reach Omu and hopefully clear it of those people.
And what will come of Omu if you clear these snake people, as you say you will?
Well, we could go try to find that necklace you lost.
We believe that a powerful Wanti necromancer has something to do with these snake people in Omu, and we may be able to get closer to finding him and solving this death curse.
I have no worry for a death curse.
Clearly.
It's all connected, though.
I look at Larabella, and I probably try to whisper. I go, if she's not worried about the death curse, does that mean she can't die?
I think so.
I have pretty high wisdom. I think I could deduce that.
You probably think that that's a pretty good like hunch.
Yeah. And I look at her and go, well, we could find that necklace, and I mean, if we clear out Omu, you could take that land as your own as well.
That liar in her nest would probably just take it back from me, wouldn't she, my love?
Do you mean Queen Moxonari?
And I pull out like maybe like a bag of some coins, and I say, so could I buy the orchid from you?
And I think when you like pull out the bag and like open it to show her, she like reaches behind her and like picks up like this little silver bell and just like jingles it. And you see the door that was over here on the left, it opens up.
Okay.
And in walks one of these birds, and it walks up next to her. And she looks very like she just kind of like calls it to her, and she starts like patting its head, and she looks very reluctant to touch the bag. So she like gestures toward her and says, "Our guests have brought a gift." And the bird like reaches out with its beak to grab it from you.
Wait, are you gonna give us the flower?
She says, "I must first see if your gift is worthy for a queen such as myself."
Well, you can
Okay,
put them over there.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, before bird grab, is it a bag of gold?
It's like a miscellaneous bag. I was gonna take some out of it and give to them. Like, I don't have multiple bags for my money.
Are you gonna give them all your money?
Well, I think I probably put the bag of gold back in the backpack and grab a second bag and hand him the second bag.
Okay, what's in the second bag?
All of the gems.
The ones that you just found?
I have those, and I also have a couple of other gems that were from the Green Dragon's lair. So I think there's like 12 of them in there.
And how much is all that worth? Like, what do we say it was?
Probably 120 gold. They're all worth 10 apiece.
Yeah. So you like take out that bag, and the bird takes it from you and just kind of sets it on the ground in front of her. And she like leans over, and it looks like she's looking in the bag. And she goes, "I have no need for your loose gems. This gift is hardly enough for such a prized possession of mine." And like without even like a motion, the bird just kind of like tips over the bag and shoves it towards you.
And I go, "Sorry." I grab the bag and I put it back in my backpack.
I think
A worthy gift.
Frank will step up and be like, "Well, what about this?" And like he takes off his ring, and it's like,
What ring is it? The ring of jumping?
Yeah. I think, Crank, whenever you walk up there, I want to sleight of hand you the headband that I have. Or at least try to like hand it to you.
I don't want to give her that.
No. I mean for you to put it on your head, buddy. Because this looks like it's gonna go sour real soon.
So you hand her the ring of jumping.
Yes, I like offer her the
Okay.
ring.
Yeah, so you offer it to her, and the bird takes its beak, and it's like at the end of its beak, it's like chopstick, like pinpoint accuracy, and it just grabs onto the ring, and it holds it out in front of her face, and she looks at it and she goes, "Ah, now this is more of a gift worthy of the Queen of Chult." And you see her, she reaches towards the flower, and like this is the first time you see anything of like any features of her. Her like her cloak comes up a little bit, and you can see her hand, and her skin is like porcelain smooth. It's beautiful skin, but it's like this deep black color. And she takes she has these long like green fingernails, and she takes them and just kind of like snips the top of the flower off of it, and slowly hands it to Larabella.
I think Crink would actually bow and be like, "Thank you, my lady," and like take a step back.
And then she like looks over and she goes, "Finally, some respect here, my love."
And then when you walk away, Crink, I'm gonna try to like jostle you the headband.
Okay.
Where is Omu? Do we have it?
It's
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
She looks down and she says, "Far down in between the peaks of flame, where that dastardly red serpent lives,
Valley of Lost Honor in the Land of Ash
and the old dwarven mine is where you can find my lost city."
I think Crink is like red serpent, like asking her about it.
And she,
Dragon, dude.
yeah, she goes, "The dragon, the people who have found pieces of a dragon don't even know what a living one is, my love. They won't last but 5 days in the jungle."
Well, we've been out here for a while.
Yeah.
If you've only come as far as Nangalore, you haven't seen the half of it.
I mean, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, we have kind of been to the on the outside. You are very smart, my queen.
Very wise.
Flattery will get you nothing more from Nangalore or me.
Okay, well, I think it's time we set ourselves out of here.
All right. Start to back up.
Thank you for your kindness.
We shall.
So yeah, you guys leave.
And your totally not creepy vibes.
I want to know what's in the chest.
Let's just let's just go.
Let's take this as a win and get the
Ew.
out of here.
Get the heck out of here. If that's okay.
Oh, they moved. Oh, they moved.
Yeah, so you walk out and like
Oh,
they moved, but like they don't seem like any more hostile than they did before. They just look like they're watching. Like they're doing what guards would do. Like they're like, if you pull some funny shit, I'm gonna end your life right now. And like when you walk out, they probably like step back towards the ledge and towards the trees because you appease their queen enough that they're okay with you walking out.
Thank you. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
Live long and prosper.
Do we have to go back the way we came, or can we leave this?
I
way?
want to look at the vase.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Hey, Lacey, don't you literally have a spell called Shatter?
I don't want a fate similar to this man.
Oh, there's a bird right here.
Yeah, they're like as you're like walking through Nangalore, they're just kind of like hopping along, and every once in a while one will flutter and land near where you guys are, but they're still just like watching you.
How am I
Love
supposed to
that
take
for us.
this vase if they can see me?
Hey, do you know what happened here? I asked the bird about the statue man.
We are not here to learn of what has happened with our Queen's Garden. We are simply here to protect.
Okay. Goodbye.
I can outrun these birds if I try hard enough.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How do you know your queen is worthy of protection if you don't know her past?
Our Queen has hired us as guardians.
Meow.
That is all that we need.
Okay, goodbye.
There's a spider. Look.
He said, whoa!
I like just wave up to the spider, like, "Hey, buddy," and then walk under its web. I'm nice to the spider.
Oh, frick. We handled that well.
You did
All right,
handle that
so I'm
very
gonna try to
well.
burn
That
the
could have gone
garden.
very sour very fast.
Yeah.
What did you say,
A
Carl?
vampire or something?
I said that could have gone very sour very fast, and you handled it very well.
Yeah.
What is she?
Where's Roman?
Are you seriously running around, Roman?
Yeah, I went this way. They all like dipped, and I definitely went straight and
So
walked.
oh, you walked down this
Oh,
pathway
frick.
over here?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. So you walked down and you came down like this crack here, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk down and this garden looks very similar to the other garden. And then when you hop down here, you see these faces up against the wall, and you see these tunnels that go in. And by the faces, you see etching by all the faces. And they all look different.
And make a wisdom savings throw as you start to smell a sweet scent.
Yeah. Can I like make out the faces? Like, do I know what they are?
Jeez.
Yeah, the faces, there's 4 stone faces, and they're staring like across, looking at each other from across the visage, and they all look like a very regal woman. And her expression changes with each face. So, let me see. This one is a bemused expression.
Okay.
This one is like a condescending expression.
Okay.
This one is a stern expression, and this one looks very serene.
Okay.
And there's scratchings above each face.
But I can't read them.
Yeah, they're in the language that is all over this place, but you can't
Gotcha.
understand.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, if it's been more than an hour since I cast that, it's not.
All right. Yeah, I probably will then just like use these stones and stuff and work my way up.
Okay.
And I'll come back around.
Mother shit.
And then I'll walk through here. And I'll show up a little bit after you guys.
Okay. Don't do that, Roman.
Don't do what?
wander off on your own. You gotta let me know where you go.
I'm fine.
I know you are.
Hey, bud.
I
I
just
know
want.
you are, but what am I?
Fine.
Thank you, Roman.
Okay, Mom.
You're welcome.
You. You gonna say it back or no? Wow.
Wow.
Okay, well, we got the flower thing.
Yeah, good job, us. Let's go.
Crink, do you jump in the water?
I was riding the alligator. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine. You can ride the alligator. Roll initiative.
No, don't do that.
We're going gator wrestling.
Gator ass.
So yeah, you guys just leave Nangalore after that.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
So
yeah.
I think like that's probably like towards the end of the day. It probably took you a while to explore all of Nangalore, so you'd settle down and take a long rest. And honestly, that's a pretty good place that we could end our session. Since we started a little bit later, we can take a little bit shorter of a session.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys got through Nangalore. You did much better than I thought you were going to. I was very nervous for this session.
I didn't think that you guys would care if I offered her that ring of jumping.
No, I'm fine with it.
That's fine.
Well, it worked.
Like a 39-foot vertical is cool and everything, but like,
So
I
is furthering the quest.
well, and that's fine, but
He's like, yeah, but I could jump.
but like,
You'll
I
be
could
all right.
3 feet.
You'll be fine. All right, I gotta go read stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's do these shout outs.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, let's do these shoutouts real quick, and we can do all that later.
Cool.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll start with Lacey over here. You can start off our shoutouts, our goodbyes.
Thanks everyone for coming. My name's Catherine. I play Lacey in this campaign. I also play Beefclaw the Broad in our Descent into Avernus campaign. And I will also be playing in a couple campaigns coming up in the future. So catch me there. And you can also find me on Twitter at RPG Chick. The I in Chick is a 1. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then we'll go down to Jake, who plays Roman.
Hey guys, my name is Jacob Booten, and I play Roman Straussen in our playthrough of Tomb of Annihilation. You can catch me DMing on Saturdays our Descent into Avernus campaign, which we'll be doing bi-weekly now because we have another special event coming up that I'll let Michael talk about in his little bit. If you want to catch me on any of my social media, everything is at Jake the Bard _. We can talk about RPGs, life, music, whatever you want to talk about. I'm good to go for anything. Yeah, and then stick around maybe for a couple more surprises throughout the week, and we'll go from there.
Cool. And then Crink, Tyler, go ahead.
What's up, guys? My name's Tyler. I play Krink in Tomb of Annihilation, and we'll soon be on some more games that are coming to Saving Throws. You guys can catch me on Instagram at _Dragons Horde, where I post lots of gaming memes, Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons, anything you can think of. I'm probably posting it. And yeah, see you guys later.
Virginia, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah. I play obviously Laravel in this campaign. I'll probably be in another stream coming up soon. Freaking my Instagram is Virginia Bren BREN _. I post art stuff. Haven't posted anything lately, but I will. Follow me there for general art stuff. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And then Michael up top.
Hello, I'm Michael, and I play Isildur Medithus in this campaign, and I play Satsa, the Wanti wizard in our Descent into Avernus campaign. But this Saturday, 6 Central, I think, is when we have it set.
Mm-hmm.
I will be DMing our brand new Star Wars campaign. It is called Star Wars Dark Times. It takes place 19 BBY. If you know anything about that specific year,
We gonna die.
It's
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited, and I can't wait to get that going. Yeah,
Cool.
you can find me at Darth Brennan on Twitter and most things.
Cool. I'm Kyle. I am the dungeon master for this campaign. You can find me personally at Winking Wizard on most social media. Be sure to follow us. We're at Saving Throws on Twitch and Twitter. You can like us on Facebook to see when we're playing all these cool games that are coming up. I think that's about it for me. You can catch me playing a player in Descent into Avernus where I play Toto. I'm also playing a character in the Star Wars campaign that I'm super stoked about. So be sure to check those out. And hopefully sometime next week or sometime eventually we'll play another session of Tomb of Annihilation. So be sure to keep on the lookout so you don't miss that, because there's plenty more of it to come. And I think that's it. So thanks for coming out and watching us, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.